Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm going today. This is a good opportunity to record what I'm saying. So I put the record on. As you see, we are going to create the application from scratch. We did it in the class, and I'm going to show you a little bit more or repeat what we did and continue with the new information which are very important here. Okay, so to show you. Okay, I'm going to create now application here. Create wherever it is. I'm going to create my. This is not mine, so that's for all languages, and here it's for Windows. Doesn't matter. All platforms. Languages is C#, and here is console application. Console application. So we create a console application here. Okay. Next. And I'm going to call it pizza up. Then we go to next. And here I keep everything as it is. Do not use the top level and create. Then this will create to me the application. If you don't see it well, let me know, then I can make it bigger. Here. Okay. So it's created to me a simple application which has only program. This is the program in a class called program. So we have the class program here created to me, and it has the method here, which is man. We know that. I want to create a new class called pizza. So in here, you go to the project, not to program or wherever. To the project here, right click, add, then add class. If you find the class here, if you don't find it, go to new item and try to find the class here. Sometimes you didn't use it for a while, so it's not showing. So class here, and give the class name. I'm going to give it pizza, usually capital. You can create anything, like for your assignment, you create course and then add. So you see here, pizza has been added here, and I have here pizza and program. This is a program, old one, and this is the pizza. So this is my area, which is here. This is a class, and I'm going to create here inside the class. As I said, the class consists of 3 parts. You can have it like that. 3 parts, which is, if I have a shape here, and so this is the name of the class, which is pizza. And I have similarly here, I'm going to copy this, and paste it, paste. And I'm going to call this the properties, where my properties are. What properties we said? We said have toppings of type, they put it this way, of type string. Then I have, for instance, size of type integer, like this. Okay, so let me this as remove everything, and here I have the price as double, and I have, at the moment, we put crust, or we put, let me say, crispy, either true or false, which is Boolean. And we have methods here. So whatever methods, I can create methods here. Copy and paste it here. And I have there the methods. Whatever methods I'm going to put, it will be here. So what I want to do with methods, first of all, as we said, because it is private, usually we make it minus. It's private. If it is public, we put it plus. So all these are minus. I don't want them to be public because for privacy. And again, I'm going to say get or set to me, set topics. This is a method, and you put here, of course, you put something here. Of course, set topping should be string because the topping is string. And if you want to say get toppings, that will return something to you, type of topping with string. Either I give it or not to you, but you should know all these. Okay. And here, similarly, I may have set, not all of them have set or get, some of them not. Set size, for instance, could be get size as well. And here, set crispy or set crust or crispy, as you say, like that. Okay. So like that. So we want to put this, make like that, make it here. So in here I have the properties, which is, I can make it here to see. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to say private string toppings, and here private size of type integer. Although it is defined here, it's a size int. This is the way of, it's called UML, a way of drawing. As engineer, you will take it in the object oriented. You are engineer, you do it this way, but the programmer do it in the way of program he do or she do. And in our application, we use C#. In the C# we put int size. In other languages, they put size int in Pascal. In Python, you don't put the type and so on. So each language take whatever. As engineer, the engineer, you don't care what the programmer, which is the builder, going to do. Then here, private double price. You can set the price. If I want to set it as default value, I can put it with 1.5 whatever star. And here again, it can be crispy private. You can call it crispy or you can call it crust, as you say, but let me say crispy to be sure. Like this type is Boolean, or Boolean they call it. And I'm going to set it as false. Yani each one who order, if you don't mention crispy, it will be like false. Okay. So now we want to make the set and get. As we said, if I want to go here and print any of these, first of all, I have to create the object. Before I use anything, I have to create the object from this class. Where? In here. So how to create the object? The object simply is the name of the class, and give it any name like object1 or p1 or whatever, equal to new pizza. That's the way. I'm going to create a couple of them. Pizza O2 equal to new pizza. See that this pizza has brackets. This pizza has no brackets. And this is, as you say, int x. But this to create URL object. And if you have this, it will be a reference to something you are going to create. But here, when you complete this, you have a complete object. Now I have two objects now. Object 1, object 2, which contains all the information here, but now not set. Each one of them has the topics, nothing, empty. The size empty 0, but the price here, it's said to me as in the definition. Let me go to the definition. See, it is said to me as 1.5, and the crispy 2 false, each one. If I want to print them, for instance, if I want to print the contents, and now O1 contains all of these, O2 contains all of these, but the data is nothing, no data yet. If I want to print like CW and want to print O1 dot, which property I want from that, but then toppings. I can't see the toppings here. Why? Because the program is a class and pizza is another class. The class cannot see the contents of other class if it is private. So just for theory, I'm going to make this public. Then when I go back to here and go to usually delete the dot and create. See, this is, you have the toppings here. So I can print the toppings now. It's going to be nothing here because it's empty. Okay, but this is not safe. If your GPA or your balance or whatever, and anybody from another class, they go and get money from you or check it or change it or whatever. So it is not allowed to make it public. If you keep it without anything, it is, by the way, not a private exactly, but function as sort of private. Much better to say private. And here now, again, if I go here and you see, it's not knowing that. If you hover here, it say what? It say pizza.toppings is inaccessible due to its protection level. They're no private, protection level private. So it's not possible. So how to set it then? How to put value here? Yani if it is public, it is public, and I can put value simply. If it is public, simply I go to here and say here O1 dot toppings equal to something. I set it. Then I can print it. Let me say here test toppings, and this print will work as well. I can run it now. It will run and say to me test toppings, because I'm printing the contents of O1 toppings. I can set O2 as well to something else. So it is running now. I'm going to see what is the output. The output is showing here. It's a test toppings, because so it should be clear now. I'm going to go again, and I must have it as private. Private. Okay. So now again, it is all not recognized. You will see now it's not recognized. So how to set it then? How to put instead of this, I want to set the value. So I have to create a method in the pizza that set the value, where this is the class, these are the attributes, this is the class, these are the attributes. It should be here then the methods. So the method will be here, not other place, here. How the set, what are the rules for the set? Set method has all the set methods are public, because I want to use it. If it is not public, how can I call it? Public. And here, always the set is void. Then you put set, and better to use the same wording to know we are talking about this. Toppings and brackets, and you want to set something. What do you want to set? I want to set, and then open, close. What I want to set? I want to set the toppings. What's the type of the toppings? String. String, and I put toppings. If I put top, then how to set it? No. Where is it? I'm wrong here, because the class is here. Yeah, we have to put it here. You see, it's clear when you see error, you can discover it. You see, because here, yeah, see, on the same level. This is the class inside the class. So good to make this mistake to know like where the location exactly. So this is the location inside the class. Inside the class. This is the class. So inside this and that, and inside the class itself. So where is the class? The class is start from here and end here. So it is inside the class. Okay, so set toppings. What I want to set, I want to set this one by this value. So don't make it reverse. You say toppings equal to top. That's it. That's it. Now, instead of I go to here and say this or equal to this, what I say? I say dot set toppings. And I have to set what's the value I want to set here. For instance, cheese, tomato, olive, and then close that. Can I have another object to set? Yeah, I can have another object to set, which is similarly O2 dot set toppings, and I'm going to say مثلا pepper. Okay, now why this not work? Because it's still I cannot, because not public. Not public. This is public. So this is public. This is public. All these are public plus to use them, to be able to use them. And most of the methods are public. Most of the properties are private. So I want to have a means to, I can set everyone like that. Before I leave this, it's better to use, instead of top, use toppings. I'm going to use toppings. If I use toppings here, what's the problem here? The problem is this is same name as this one. So if I say toppings here, I cannot recognize which one is which, because I want to put this in here. So how to do? I put this one into this for the class, this for the class. So to refer to this one, I refer by the word this dot, which means I'm referring to that one. See, when I stop in here, this is refer to that one. This one refer to this one. So I'm going to put same thing, yani. It's up to you. You want to do it this way or you doing that. Anyway, so we have set now the toppings. Okay, how can I print it? This will not work. So I want to have a method that create to me or get to me the value. How to get the value? Look, the rule here. The rule always for the set, public, void, and you put the name of the set and you put what value you want to set. And the get, what? Public. And what do you want to get? I want to get this toppings. The topping is string, so it must be string. And then I use the word get toppings. Then I take no parameters because I want to get back. What I want to get back? What I want to get back? I want to get back the toppings. So return, because always if it is void, not return. If it is not void, we must return. Return toppings or this toppings. It's fine. Toppings or this topping, because I want to get this one. Okay, that's all. So if I want to print the value here, if I say CW, to print it, I say O1, or value of toppings of O1 is O1 dot get toppings, because you know if it is not void, either you get it by printing or you get an variable and use the variable for something else. If you remember from the second exam, which is the important question. I wanted to understand it very well. Maybe there are some questions about it. Okay, so you know you know, like if void, how to call it, if it is not void, or change it to not void, as in the assignment and everywhere. And here now, this will print to me this one. Similarly, if I want to print the second one, I can say here to recognize between them the toppings of O2, what's the word? Second object, second object is, and plus here toppings, but O2. Run it. This is we covered already. Unfortunately, we spent half an hour now to repeat what we did, but just to emphasize the information, and our time is very limited here. You see here, the cheese, blah, blah, blah. The toppings of the second is pepper. That's all now. So we know now the set and get. I'm going to a new topic now. I want you to focus completely on this. If you go to the pizza or to program, what do we have? We have here the creation. This is create object. This is the creation of object. And the creation of object, as you see, there is the name pizza with the brackets. What the bracket means to me? Always, as you know from everywhere, like when I have here bracket, means a method. When I put a bracket here, means a method. Usually the bracket means a method. And inside the bracket, either you have parameters or arguments, or you don't have. So in this case, this means a method. What is the method? It should be in the pizza. Is there any method called pizza? No, I just have the set and get. There is no method called pizza. So what I do in this case, where this pizza comes from, it comes automatically. Every class supply a method, special method called constructor. Constructor يعني بناء يبني لي يعني construct يعني create the object. Constructor. Okay. What are the specifications of the constructor? If it is empty, it's created to me. Yani I can imagine now this program has already having something. I'm going to write it now, but I don't need to write it, which is what? First of all, look at the constructor characteristics. First of all, it is public because I want to use it. Second, what? Void or integer or what? Anybody can tell me? Void or string or integer or what? Anybody guess? This is a special case. The constructor has, first of all, it is public. Secondly, it has no void, no return value, and the special method, and not even void. بس الكونستراكتور. فإذا هنا ما في لا integer ولا string ولا even void. And the third condition is 3 has the same name as the class, which is, what's the class name? The class name is pizza. It must be pizza. Is it take parameters or not? That's another story. But the one I'm talking about here, take no parameter, as you see, no argument here. Mana, this is the one. As you see here, this has been created to me. Don't put anything. So this exists, but I don't need to write it. So now, how to be sure? Let me run it again. It will be run the same thing as before. So I'll show you what the output or the run I'm running. So it is like before, we printed the contents of toppings of object 1 and object 2. But how to be sure, like it's already passed through this when I create it. Let me put something here. I'm going to put here CW, an object has been created. What do you think now when I run it? What happened? Tell me. Anybody can tell me what happened? Anyone can tell me what happened? In fact, when it comes to the first one, this one, it passes through that one. So tell me an object has been created. When I go to the second one, let's say an object has been created. So I expect two statements saying an object has been created as shown to me. Let me see. I'm running. And this is the output. An object has been created, an object has been created, and then the rest of that. Okay. Do I need to define it here? I don't need to define it. But if I remove it now, it will work. It will work, but will not tell me like an object has been created, because the default one, empty, has nothing. Let me just prove it to you. So when I run it now, see, only the toppings as before. Got it?